Hey guys, how's it going? Yuri here. Today we are talking about the coffee conspiracy. All right, so first of all, if you enjoy coffee, so do I. But I'm going to show something to you on this whiteboard that might change your opinion of it very slightly. And I'm not saying you have to give up your coffee, because you don't, but if at the very minimum you switch to a decaf, you'll be a lot better off. So most people, actually 68% of Americans, begin their day with coffee. Okay, and you'd think that, okay, why is the reason for that? Some people enjoy the taste, which is kind of the category that I fall into. I don't drink it all the time. I drink it maybe once or twice a week, and I do drink a decaf when I do. But most people rely on coffee because it wakes them up, right? They need that kind of pick-me-up in the morning to feel like they can actually get through their day. Now, if you've watched my previous video on the morning routine, or any of the other kind of energizing videos, you'll know that you can do any of that stuff, and it can replace having to rely on coffee. So let me show you two things that coffee does that actually works against your energy. And obviously, I'm not gonna say that coffee doesn't boost your energy, because it does. But the problem is that it boosts it very quickly and very abruptly. And what happens when anything rises very quickly, it also falls very quickly. So if you've ever had a coffee and then felt a little bit of a crash, maybe an hour or two afterwards, and kind of felt out of it, that's what's going on. And I'm going to show you what's happening inside your body. So I'm going to draw a little graph here, okay? And I'm going to talk specifically about your blood sugar. And I've talked a lot about blood sugar in the past. If you've seen any of my videos, hopefully you're starting to understand this, okay? Because this is really important. Blood sugar and insulin are, like, if you understand this stuff, everything else makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you're feeling a little crummy. You wake up in the morning, you're a little bit, groggy. You go for the coffee, you put the pot on. Whether or not you put sugar in it doesn't matter. Let's just talk about the caffeine for a second. So this is kind of like your wake up, mode. You have your coffee, all of a sudden, boom, your energy goes through the roof. You're feeling great. Get to work. Boom, you're productive for a little bit, and then something happens. You start to go down, and you don't feel so good afterwards. Well, what do? You maybe go for another coffee, maybe go for a little pick-me-up of some kind, maybe some sugar, and that brings you back up again. And then, again, you've got this rise in blood sugar, and I'll tell you why in a second. So insulin is secreted from your pancreas to take all that sugar out of the blood, or a lot of it out of the blood, and as a result, you go down again. So you see where this is going? Now, if you want, we can have a little fun here, and we can actually draw a little roller coaster on this little ride here, because that's essentially what's going on, is that caffeine and sugar are taking you through a roller coaster of energy throughout the day. So why does this happen? Well, there's a couple things. Let's look at caffeine specifically for a second. So you have two little glands sitting on top of your kidneys called your adrenal glands. And these are the size of a walnut. So they're not very big. And that's one of the reasons that they probably get worn out fairly easily. So these two little glands, I'm just going to draw them over here for a sec. So we have, and I'm no artist, so I'm going to do my best to draw them as best I can. But we have a kidney, and then we have these little glands on top. And we've got another kidney and another gland on top. So these glands up here are the adrenals, okay? Again, they're walnut shaped, very small, but what they do is when you have a drink of caffeine, okay, it could even be a Red Bull, or it could be a Monster, it could be whatever it is, they see that as a form of stress, because what these guys do is they respond to stress, fight or flight. So when you drink caffeine, they will shoot out stress hormones into your bloodstream, cortisol and adrenaline. So adrenaline, you feel pretty good, right? It's like, all right, we're ready to go. But the problem with adrenaline is that what it does is it goes to different stores in your body, glycogen in your muscles and your fat cells in some cases, and it breaks that down into individual glucose molecules or individual sugar molecules, okay, that then enter your bloodstream. And that's where the problem begins, because now you are breaking down energy reserves, which increases your blood sugar. And the reason for that is because it's preparing your body to fight or run away. So you need immediate sugar, immediate energy. And that's what this does. So you have this immediate spike in blood sugar, But that only lasts so long because then the hormone insulin comes along and says, hey, we can't have elevated sugar in the blood. It's dangerous. We got to get this stuff out of here. So it takes the sugar out of the blood and then you crash. And then you don't feel so good. So then you go for another cup of coffee or some more sugar and it goes up again. So this nonstop cycle, especially if you're using stimulants like caffeine or sugar, or any type of stress for that matter. If you're stressed out about finances, work, whatever it is, they all impact your adrenal glands in the same way. And the problem is that nowadays most people seek energy through stimulation. So the reason that you're so tired or not energetic or is not as energetic as you want to be is because these two little guys are worn out. The more they're called into action, the quicker they get worn out. It's a simple wear and tear scenario. It's like driving your car a million miles. Eventually it's not going to work very well. So we want to reduce the amount of input or the demand on these adrenals so that they don't have to pump out as much stress hormone as they normally do. Okay? So how do we do that? Well, I've talked about the importance of energy through tranquility. So doing things like silent meditation or just sitting in silence, gratitude journaling, visualization, deep breathing. These are all really simple things you can do throughout the day at any point for a minute, even less, that will reduce the stress coming in and reduce this whole kind of cascade of events. The other thing is that we need to look at substituting coffee, at least the caffeinated version, with at least a decaf, right? You gotta switch to decaf and get the caffeine out of your system. Because here's the thing, caffeine is the #1 drug in the Western world. And the problem with drugs is that you need more of them to get that initial impact. So the first time you had coffee, you probably felt a little bit jittery. The more you drank coffee, you stop feeling like that, right? And that's because your body adapts. So the more you use it, the more you need in order to feel the same effect. So you're not going to feel that great for the first couple days if you move away from caffeine, I'll tell you that. But I will tell you that the flip side of things is way better than anything you've ever felt while drinking caffeine. So try to switch to a decaf. Try to add things in like water. Water is an amazing energizer. It's actually really important for our body. Also things like green juices, green smoothies, or any kind of greens drink where you're naturally getting in great nutrition that's going to help your blood improve its overall health and allow the oxygen in your body to get where it needs to go to produce the energy you need and not rely so much on coffee. So here's the conspiracy. We all want more energy, we turn to caffeine. Caffeine gives us that initial quick jolt, then we feel like crap. Okay, so I'm telling you right here that caffeine is not the savior you've been told it has been with respect to feeling great. And you're gonna see some studies where some people say that, hey, coffee's been shown to reduce colon cancer and all this stuff. And that's true. There are some studies that do show that. But I can tell you that the negative effects of a lifetime of coffee probably outweigh the benefits because you can get a lot of those same benefits by eating more plant-based foods, by adding some more green juices in, and overall living a better, healthy lifestyle. Cool? Hope that makes sense. What do you think? Am I full of crap? Am I like totally out of line with this stuff? Well, let me know below. I'd love to hear your comments. And this is obviously a very, very hotly debatable topic. So anyways, hopefully this has got the wheels turning in your head. Hopefully it serves you. Let me know what you think below. And don't forget to subscribe as I choke on my breath here. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Here, we've got some green veggies. The reason the green veggies are here is because the #1 thing you can do to boost your energy is to incorporate more greens into your overall diet. So salads, smoothies, juices, these are all ways of getting great nutrition into your body.